Hey team, I wanted to make a video for you guys to show you some stuff that I have been kind of researching and looking into as far as trying to really kind of get a target audience when you're doing Facebook advertising, because I know that we all get frustrated when it comes to trying to target the interests for our audience. And I still struggle with it. And I have done ads where I advertise people who like my page. I've tried friends of people who like my page. I've tried a lookalike audience, which basically means they take the interest of the people who actually like your Facebook likes page, and they find people who have same interests as them that don't necessarily like your page already. And so those ads will show up in their newsfeed. And I still haven't really had much success with it. And so I was researching some stuff on YouTube, and I came across some information that might be pretty helpful. And I just actually set up a new ad using, this kind of interest, like an audience that I created. And so I will definitely let you guys know exactly how it goes pretty soon. But I just kind of wanted to show you how I'm finding interests with people who have similar likes as me. Because again, we want to find people within our own niche, and that is going to include people that have the same interests as you. So ultimately, if you're seeing sponsored ads in your newsfeed, it's because you like something that these people targeted. And so if you can figure out what it is that they're targeting out of you, then you can use that same interest on your audience for your ad, and it's going to target people that are just like you, which is what you want. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen really quick. And basically, what I have learned is when you have sponsored ads in your newsfeed, and I'm going to scroll through until I find one. Okay, so here's one for Fabletics. And what you can do is you can click on this little arrow right here, and you want to click on why am I seeing this? And it's going to tell you, you're seeing this ad because Fabletics wants to reach women aged 18 and older who are in the United States. Okay, so basically their target audience was pretty broad. And obviously I am 18 and older, and I am a woman who lives in the US. So that's why I am seeing this ad. So that one isn't super helpful. But you could in your audience, okay, and I'm going to go over here because I actually have, it'll let me click on my tab. Okay, I actually have another tab open where I'm constantly adding to my interest. So I could put in here Fabletics, and that's going to target people who have interest in that clothing line. Okay. I'm going to go through here and try to find some more that are more targeted as to what I wanted to show you guys. Let's try and see if I can see this one right here. Okay, so this is a good one. This is going to show you, it says, one of the reasons you're seeing this ad is because Cratejoy wants to reach women aged 18 to 60 in the US interested in pop sugar. So at some point, and I'm not even really sure what pop sugar is, at some point I either clicked on something in my newsfeed that had to do with pop sugar. I clicked on an ad that was for pop sugar. I went to their website and they got my email. Somehow I have been targeted through Facebook for someone who has shown interest in pop sugar. So what that's telling me is that if I like pop sugar, then everybody else who likes pop sugar and has been targeted through Facebook, then if I add that into my audience, then those people who are like me, who actually like that interest, should see it in their newsfeed. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put in pop sugar. Okay. And then I could also maybe do like pop sugar, because I saw pop sugar moms, pop sugar fitness. I'm assuming it's a clothing line. I'm not really sure, guys. But anyways, that's what I have been doing. So over the last 2 days, I have basically just kind of scrolled through my newsfeed, and this works on your phone too. You can actually see this on your phone. So maybe if you're scrolling, you know, you're in the car or you're at work or you're somewhere where you can't actually open up, you know, your computer and do 2 different tabs to kind of start creating your audience, then just put it in your notes in your phone and just start, you know, writing this stuff down. And so then that way, when you go to create your audience, then you can add into one. Here's another one, my design deals. And this one is because they wanted to reach people ages 21 to 60 in the US that are similar to their customers. That is a lookalike audience. So based upon my interests that I have, the audience that actually likes their page has the same interests as me. I don't necessarily like their page on Facebook, but people who do, I guess technically have the same interests as I do. And so that's why I'm being targeted. Okay, so that's just an easy way to do it. And I have been kind of scrolling, and I know you guys see it all the time. You see other Beachbody coaches who have sponsored ads that pop up in your feed. And so every time you see one of those, do it and look at, why are you seeing this ad, and see, is it because I like their page? Is it because they did a lookalike audience, or does it tell me specifically that they targeted people with this interest? And if they targeted people with that interest, then go and add that to your custom audience, because then you're seeing those interests that they're using as top coaches that's working for them. And hopefully you can reach those same people. And so again, I just, you know, kind of wanted to share that with you guys. And another thing is, I wanted to show you guys how to create a custom audience for those of you that aren't familiar with it. There are tons of videos on YouTube about this, but I'll do it really quickly for you. If you go to the home screen of Facebook, you're going to see something called an ads manager. So you're going to click on this. You can do this one of 2 ways. You can do this through the ads manager, or you can actually do it when you're boosting a post. And so I'll show you both ways to do it, okay? From here, if you have started to boost things, you can see in here the different ads that you have boosted. I actually just posted this one right here, and this was an actual call to action, and so there's nothing on here because I literally just did it like 20 minutes ago. But you'll start to see, let me go back to another one, the stats that are on here. So like this one that I just did, you'll see your results that you have right here. So there was like 37 post engagements. It reached 1,258 people. And this is how much I spent. And you can really look and see, okay, well, when was peak time that people were seeing this? So, you know, on January 14th was really when a lot of people were reached. Lower amount here on the 16th, really low amount on the 15th. So, you know, you can kind of keep in mind like what the days were. Was this, you know, a Monday? Was this a Tuesday that I got a lot of traction? You know, this day right here maybe, you know, was a Thursday or a Friday, and a lot of people weren't really on Facebook. So then that kind of tells me, okay, I don't really want to waste my money and boost my posts over the weekend because people aren't really looking at stuff over the weekend because they're really busy. So that's just kind of what, the results, the performance of it actually shows you. You can click on audience here and you can see how many people were actually engaged. So my biggest target market right here was women that were ages 25 to 34. Um, so you can really, really see that where it shows you the reach is in green. So it reached 47% of my actual audience out of the total of 1,258, and 35% of those actually engaged with the post, which means that they clicked on it and they looked at it. And then you can see over here where I didn't target men, but sometimes it actually gets put in their news feed. And so it'll show you kind of what your percentages were if, you're looking at men and women. So anyways, from here, what you'll want to do is you can go to Power Editor. Okay, so it's loading my account. I don't want to create necessarily a new campaign. Cool thing is though, now Facebook and Instagram ads are merging. And I don't know if you've noticed, for those of you that are big on Instagram, you're starting to see sponsored ads on Instagram now. So that's really, really cool because you can set up your ad in Facebook and it will also target it over to your Instagram account. Okay, so I'm going to click on audiences, and I have a bunch of saved audiences. And so if you kind of look, like on my audience one right here, if I hover over it, these were my interests that I put in. And so I kind of just base it upon things that I like. And the size of it, though, if you look over here, it's huge. It's 34 million. So it's not really targeted very well. And what that means, too, is the bigger size that you have for your audience and the less you actually spend on the ad, the smaller the amount of reach you're going to see. And that's not what you want. And so, anyways, from here, you can do a create an audience, okay? And I would do a custom audience. And no, that's not what I want. I'm sorry, because that you have to have lists, which if you actually have emails from people, then you could actually put their emails in here. And if they have Facebook, it'll target them in their news feed. You can do a lookalike audience. So like I said, you can come in here. I would put in my actual likes page. Okay. I would also want to add in, see if it'll let me. Okay, it makes you do it one at a time. Okay, so these, again, your lookalike audience is going to be people who like your page. It's going to take their interests that they have that's saved in their account with Facebook, and it's going to target people who have those same interests that don't necessarily like your page. So if you have a really good audience with your Facebook page and you've had a lot of traction getting customers or coaches based upon your likes page, then a lookalike audience is awesome. If you're like me and I've grown my Facebook like page to a little over 5,000, but a lot of that audience aren't necessarily people that I want to attract. And so unfortunately, that's how it is sometimes. And so lookalike audiences haven't necessarily worked for me very well. And so I'm really trying to focus on creating custom audiences. And, so you can do it multiple ways, but that's the easiest way. And then you would just hit confirm and it will create it for you and you'll see it down here. So like, for example, I did one of a lookalike based upon my page and the size is 1.9 million, which is huge. And then I did one specifically for Canada based upon my likes page and a lookalike, and it's 208,000, which is a lot smaller, which is what you want. You want your target audience to be smaller. Okay, so let's do the custom audience based upon an actual boost of your post. So you will go to your actual likes page. And I'm just going to pretend like I'm going to boost this page that I posted this morning about personal development. Okay, so I would go to boost post. And this is where you can customize everything that you want. Okay, so you can do 3 things, like I've been telling you guys. You can do people who like your page. So the people who actually have already liked your page, it will only show up in their newsfeed. Which I don't necessarily like very much, because most of the time, people who like your page are already going to see your posts anyways. So why pay for them to see it again when they see it organically? So I've never really used that one very much. This one, you can do people who like your page and their friends. So again, if you have a really good audience on your likes page, you know that they're going to have friends who are very similar to themselves, and that might be a good option for you. Right now, I'm really focusing on people who you choose through targeting. Okay, so I'm going to click on that one, and then I'm going to click Create New Audience. And this is where you start putting in your interest. So you can name it whatever. I'm just going to put maybe coaching interest. I'm going to add the United States, and I'm going to add Canada, because those are the 2 countries right now where we can actually have potential coaches and challengers. I'm going to base my age kind of around what I am, because, I want people who are just like me. So I'm 31. So usually I will do from about 25 to 40. And again, it just kind of depends on your niche and what you want. I usually target women, but you can do, if you're a man and you want to specifically focus on men, you can do that. If you have a combination of all kinds of people on your team, then target everybody if that's what you want to do. Okay, so this is where you're going to start to add your interest. And so that's what you saw me doing on my other page. And so there is all kinds of things. Like I am really big into like purses and stuff. And so like I love Kate Spade. I love Michael Kors. So I would just type that in. You could put in Michael Kors. I also really like other people who are already big into personal development and stuff. And so I love like Shailene Johnson's podcast. And I know that she's a Beachbody trainer, but a lot of people listen to her specifically just based upon her life podcast that she has. And so she would be a good one. Tony Robbins is also a really good one. So I could click on him. And you kind of get the idea. You just, put in the interest that you like, and then you would hit save. Okay, so it's got your audience here, and you can pick your budget. So you can do any of these that they suggest. You can choose your own. Let's say you want to do just $5, and it'll tell you the estimated people that you're going to reach out of the 4 million or so that are actually on Facebook from US and Canada. You can click on how many days you want it to run. So they do a 1 day, 7 day, 14 day, or you can pick an actual date. Like if I start it today and I want to run it just for 2 days, I could click on the 19th, and it's going to tell me I'm going to spend $2.50 per day. And then paying for your ad, most of the time I use PayPal, but you can also set up your debit card with Facebook now. And then over here, it shows you what it's going to look like in the news feed. okay? And then what it would look like if somebody was on their phone. So it would look like this, okay? Um, and then you would just hit boost and it would be done. So again, I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope that that helps. And if you guys have any questions about anything, then just let me know and I will help you guys through it as much as I possibly can. All right. All right. Have a good Sunday, guys. Bye.